Welcome to Point Blank. This is your host, Panama Crypto. Today our guest is George. He's one of the sharpest snipers on CT. Welcome, George. It's amazing to have you on Point Blank, my man.
Hello. Thanks, Panama. It's good to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Let's kick it off. So what have you been up to lately in and out of crypto, George?
Well, in crypto, basically just trading and busy with the group, right? Out of crypto, it's currently we have a lockdown in Belgium, so it's pretty boring. Can't do much. So yeah, pretty much just behind the PC all day for now.
Is this like the first wave or second wave of COVID in Belgium?
It's a second wave right now, so it's our second lockdown at the moment. So yeah.
How long was it on the first time?
I think it was like 2 months or something that we had lockdown, and then yeah, we could go out to restaurants and pubs again after that, and now it's all closed again.
Well, you don't have it that bad. In Panama, we had like 6 months lockdown, and you were limited to go out like 6 hours per week in that time
really?
frame. Yeah.
Damn, that must be hard.
Yeah, finally the restrictions were open up a bit back in September, but obviously the fear of having a second wave here persists. So I'm crossing my fingers that we don't lock down again.
Yeah,
because the economy is already really in bad shape. So if we close a second time around,
yeah, it will be worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
Who is George? What are your interests besides crypto?
So first of all, George is actually not my real name. George is just a name I came up with when I joined Twitter. So yeah, I was thinking like I need a name for Twitter and just came up with the first English name that I thought of. So it was George, and then I typed it in Google, and the first pic that came up that I liked, that guy with the hat, is what I took, and I still have it now. So now everyone calls me George, but it has nothing to do with me personally. But yeah, who am I in real life? I like to go out with friends a lot, go to parties and just with friends do stupid stuff. I also like to do sports. I go for a run multiple times a week, go play some football, stuff like that. And apart from that, yeah, I'm just trading behind the PC with the group. So yeah.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 21 right now.
Oh, the prime of the youth.
Yeah.
You in college right now?
No, I dropped out of school.
Nice. I bet you dropped out because you were doing so well.
Well, yeah. I mean, the first year I did university, industrial engineer is what I studied.
I'm an industrial engineer also.
Oh, nice. And then so that's when I got to know more about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrency. So then I went to college, and then I started trading more actively, and then I just dropped out and went full-time trading.
When did you do the switch? This year or previous year?
In the previous year.
Good timing.
Yeah.
What your beginning in crypto looked like?
Well, so like I said, when I was in university, I think I read in a paper or in a book or something about Bitcoin. And yeah, I looked it up, and I mean, it was something in my mind that just told me I needed to buy some, I needed to have some, I needed to own some Bitcoin. So that's what I did. I just market bought some Bitcoin. I think it was only like 200-300 euros because I was a student, I was poor as fuck. But yeah, so I bought some Bitcoin. I think it was in early 2017, before the Bitcoin bull market. So yeah, I bought some Bitcoin, then saw Bitcoin go parabolic all the way up to 20K. And of course I didn't sell anything. Saw it come all the way back down. And then I played some altcoins because those were going parabolic as well. And then I made pretty good profits. I made like 10K out of the 200 euros. But then once these alts started to go down again, I just failed horribly and I lost almost everything again. But yeah, I didn't give up. I wanted to become a trader more in like the way of also shorting and not only spot buying an alt, which then would go up, would go 10x, and then you'd have profit. I mean, that wasn't really trading, right? So yeah, I wanted to be a trader, and so I didn't give up. I studied, I paid money for paid groups where I got scammed a lot as well back in the days. But yeah, also learned a lot, and that's how I got started.
What crypto projects you got going on right now?
Well, right now, I have my own group, The Hunt. So I started that last year with Lucid. And now Lucid recently decided to go his own way. So I'm running it solo now. So yeah, it's basically a group that is focused on educating and learning people how to trade, how to do technical analysis, and how to apply proper risk management and stuff like that. And I also post my own trades in there. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's mainly focused on educating. But yeah, posting live setups with reasoning is also a very good way to learn, in my opinion. So that's why I do that. I also post multiple videos with market analysis in the group, and also go live a few times, so people can ask questions and yeah, just see how I analyze the markets live, right? So that's pretty much what I'm doing now. And then apart from that, just trading myself.
I saw that you guys received lots of heat when you launched the group.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it mostly was because we've been running the group, the Hunt, for a very long time, and it was free all the time. And then suddenly we went, yeah, we asked money for it. We went paid, and then yeah, I mean, all of the crypto Twitter trolls just shit on us on Twitter. So yeah, it was a hard time back then, but yeah, now everything's all right. I mean, I can't blame them because there are a shit ton of scams around from not only from back in 2018, because that's I think the most of the scam paid groups um, came back then, because like I said, you had to buy an altcoin, you needed to wait, and it would 10x, and then so people felt like they could trade, but that was not trading. So then they opened a paid group, um, posting results, but yeah, like I said, that's not trading. um, and then when altcoins stopped doing that, they kept running their groups, but yeah, they failed horribly, and that's where people lost their money. um, so yeah, like I said, I can't blame them, but yeah, we just do our own thing. I think I'm fully transparent on Twitter, so I can't do a lot more than that and show my results. And yeah.
I still don't see the point of people shitting on other people about them monetizing their education and their group.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's just like learning how to play guitar, for example. It's of course you don't need to join a group like that, but it just accelerates your learning process, right? Same with how to learn guitar. Of course, you can learn that on the internet, um, or just by yourself, but it will go much faster for some people, at least, when you have a mentor. Or yeah, those are my thoughts, at least.
yeah, I'm of the perspective that if you can monetize something and it's completely legitimate, go for it. Like, it's easier not to fail if you have different incomes while you're
Yeah,
doing trading. Like,
yeah,
so
different streams.
why would you stop doing that just for people like shitting on you?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, people say like you don't need a paid group if you trade profitable, but it's like you said, it's different streams of income. That's the first thing. Also, it's not only for the money that I do it, but also because I genuinely like it, and because it keeps my own trading
In check.
in check. Yeah, it's like when I post my trades there, I mean, I need to follow my own rules, and I need to follow my own risk management, and I have to perform. So yeah, it keeps my own trading also in check. And that when I started, also the free hunt, that has helped me a lot. Also posting my trades in real time on Twitter, and not like the Twitter larps only posting hindsight stuff. that has helped me so much in becoming a better trader. That's so underrated. It's actually insane. So yeah.
Now that you mention it, that you have a group, like you need to keep up with the posting of the entries and the exits, and
Yeah,
then take
yeah.
profits on the signals.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you mention it, it's even more complicated to even keep up. Trading is really difficult. I cannot imagine like simultaneously teaching other people how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy, but I mean that's also the thing with the live streams and stuff, because the one part is learning how to do technical analysis, but the other part is applying them in the live markets and actually trading those and executing your trades. I mean, of course, there's a shit ton of educational content out there, also free. So of course you can learn that, but then applying that info in the live markets is the most difficult part of the whole process, and actually executing your trades and actually trading it and managing your risk and stuff like that. And that's where I think live streams and stuff like that, where you can ask live analysis of the markets and ask, yeah, I mean, questions and stuff like that, it will just accelerate the process, in my opinion.
This episode is brought to you by PrimeXBT, the exchange that makes possible to trade with leverage on legacy markets from a single Bitcoin based account. So, George, what is your general approach to maximize gains in crypto? What is your edge?
So my edge, I mean, mostly a liquidity trader, right? So I use key highs and key lows a lot. You've probably seen that I also trade ranges a lot. Um, I've learned that back in 2018, I joined Crypto Trooper and Chase, their paid group, and that's pretty much where it all got serious, right? And where I seriously started trading. And that's where I learned how to trade liquidity and how to trade ranges with key highs and key lows. So, yeah, the whole uh, process pretty much is focusing on where the retail stops are resting, and trading with the bigger players and against retail, right? So, and then I combine that with supply, demand, and other key levels, and look for confluence and high probability setups. I also joined Trader SZ's group. I'm sure you have heard of him. Um, that's
Is
where
he
I
actually
learned.
also Trader XO?
No, no, no.
No.
They're two different people. They're two great traders, though.
Yeah, they're really good.
I learned a lot from those guys as well. So from my time in Trader SC's group, I learned how to think in probabilities and how to um, how to have a game plan and wait for your trigger and yeah, have a game plan with a clean invalidation and with a plan in advance on what you're going to do if you see something happen in the markets, right? And I think that improved my trading a lot as well. So it's not only, like I already said, the technical analysis, but also the emotions behind it and being ready for anything in the markets. So if a trade goes against you, um, for example, if it breaks back below the daily open, accepting that you're wrong and that your trading idea is invalidated, because the probability wise the probability of the trade succeeding is much lower if it breaks below a key level, right? So accepting that you're wrong, and just moving on, closing the trade, taking your loss, accepting it, learn from it, and moving on to the next one. And yeah, I mean, I also think an advantage in my trading is just experience. I've been pretty much watching the Bitcoin chart for 2 years straight, every day in and out. Um, and I also think that's the pretty underrated thing, because, yeah, after watching it all those years, you just get to know Bitcoin, its little tricks, right? Some people say if you can trade one market, you can trade all of the others. I think that's partly true, but not entirely, because I think you can trade them. You can, of course, make your range and say, if it gets back above here, I'm going to long it towards there. But every market has its own little tricks and its own its own moves, right? So that's for Bitcoin as well. And I think after watching the charts years, day in, day out, yeah, you just get to know Bitcoin better. And I also think that's a pretty big advantage. And yeah, you can't, of course, teach that. That just has to come over the years. So yeah.
What has changed in your trading style and behavior from back when you started?
Um,
You obviously didn't have had a tutor or a coach like
mhm.
Trader CC.
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest change in my own trading from back then is, I think, my risk management. Back then, I used to risk way too much on trades, and used to um, overtrade, revenge trade, stuff like that. And I think now I'm much more better with that and with my risk management. When I say on Twitter, for example, I lost 1 hour, I actually lose 1 hour, right? Back in the day, I mean, I've been on Twitter for a while and I've been posting on Twitter for a while. And I know that not everyone who is posting on Twitter is actually profitable, because I've been there myself. Everyone thought I was profitable, but I wasn't at all. In the long run, I, of course, I made winning trades, but in the long run, I lost money. That's back in early 2018, by the way. Um, but yeah, right now my risk management is much more on point. I don't revenge trade anymore. If I say I lose 1 hour, I actually lose 1 hour. If I say I win 2 hour, I actually win 2 hour. And that's also for newer traders. I think um, one of their biggest problems is just not following a strict risk management. Um, and yeah, I mean, they risk 20% on a trade, get stopped out, revenge trade, and then they just lose their account. I've been there as well. I've done that. So, I mean, you can't blame them. It's only that way you learn, right? Um, but yeah, I think my
Did
risk
you
management.
did you started immediately with leverage trading or you started with spot?
Well, I started just buying some Bitcoin in 2017 and just holding that. And then I traded altcoins, but that was just on Binance Spot. So that wasn't with leverage either. And then, yeah, I got to know more about leverage trading. And then I head over to BitMEX. And then when I was in Troopers Group, I started trading with leverage. And like I said, I made profitable trades, but it's not because you, even not because you make more profitable trades than losing trades, that you're profitable in the long run, right? So, I mean, I just wiped out multiple accounts on Bybit, lost 2K, 3K, and then always started over again, deposited again until I learned, until I followed my risk management. And that's the moment when I started to be profitable.
Do you have any plans to make an algo on a bot to automate your trading?
I mean, not really, because I think a bot or an algo. First of all, I can't code at all. But yeah, I could let someone else code it for me. But in my opinion, like I explained earlier, experience is a big aspect in my own trading, and that's something you can't code, right? And just also your own gut feeling and on the market, right? Sometimes you just look at the Bitcoin charts, at clean Bitcoin chart without any technical analysis on it, and you just, yeah, you're like, this is going to break out or this is going to dump, and that's something you can't program. That's something a bot can do. So then you take that aspect away. That can be a good thing, but also a bad thing, because yeah, some people, when their emotions come in, they start losing their mind and start losing money because of that. But in my opinion, in my own trading, it's pretty important to have that, and yeah, you can program that. So I don't really think that I'm going to make a bot.
Enlighten us with your Bitcoin and altcoin forecast for the rest of the year and 2021.
Right. So, I mean, for Bitcoin, my ultimate target for my spot bags is 25 to 30K. That's where I'll be selling like 75% of my spot. I will always hold some Bitcoin in case we go to 100K or to 500K, but at 25 and 30K, I'm going to sell most of it. I mean, I'm after all, I'm just a trader, right? Like I explained. So, yeah, I'm gonna sell most of my Bitcoin. Then for Ethereum, I'd say, I mean, Ethereum is lagging behind Bitcoin, so I'm pretty bullish on Ethereum as well. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart looks to be bottoming out at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ethereum trading at above $800 in the coming months. And then, yeah, for the rest of the altcoins, I mean, I'm not really an altcoin trader. I'm more a Forex commodity and Bitcoin trader. So I have no clue about the other altcoins.
I got a new segment that I want to pilot with you. Today I posted that I was gonna have a podcast with you, and that could people drop their questions. So let's kick it off with that. Rox FX asks, "What is your favorite condiment?"
What is a condiment? I have no clue
It's
what
like
that
a
is.
like a sauce, like mayonnaise, ketchup.
Oh, then it's Andalus.
What was that?
And Andalus.
What is that? Spice sauce?
Yeah, something like that. It's a
Andalus,
sauce
yeah, right. Okay.
yeah.
Handyman at the Crypto Gnome asks, best advice for new trader.
Well, like I said, for newer traders, I would focus much more on your risk management and much less on your actual analysis and trades. Risk less of your account, risk only 2%, and have strict rules on how many trades you can enter a day. If you have like a rule that says you can only enter one trade a day and only risk 2%, you will already do much better, in my opinion. Apart from your analysis and if they're right or wrong, I think that will be big to your account, and yeah, will improve you a lot.
He also asks best TAFA learning resources.
Well, free ones, I would say Cryptocrat has a shit ton of educational videos and articles on YouTube, which are absolutely amazing. And then Korush recently, well, and he has also been sharing some TA articles and videos and stuff like that. So those two guys are definitely a good start, in my opinion.
He also asked, any else you looking at?
Not really, no. I mean, Ethereum, I'd say, looks pretty bullish, but apart from that, I'm mainly a Bitcoin trader. So yeah, sometimes I look for a little scalp, but I don't really invest, at least, in any other assets than Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Joseph Walkaway Plan asks, any special preference on moving average with different time frames?
I never really use moving averages. I'm a trader that pretty much uses no indicators. Now recently I've started to use the premium index, which is basically the difference between spot and futures. But apart from that, like RSI or EMAs or MAs, stuff like that, I never really use those.
He also asked, what have you found to be your biggest challenges the last few years in trading and life, etc.?
Challenges, I mean, just improving myself, right, and maximizing my own trading is I think that's the biggest one, right? So yeah, maximizing your own profits and constantly looking to improve yourself.
King Mitch at Mitch Journal asks, what's the most drunk you ever been? What's your favorite sex position? Do you want to hang out with me?
I mean, I've been out. I go out with friends a lot, so I've been really drunk. But yeah, let's not talk about that, right? Let's keep it to trading. And yeah, I'm sure I'm willing to go out with him.
And with that, we end our episode. I'm extremely happy to finally have hosted George on Point Blank after many attempts. Thanks for coming on, man. Can you tell us where we can find you?
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I mean, I'm always available on Twitter. Slide in my DMs if you want. I'll always answer those. They're open. And I'm also on Discord. I also have my own site, by the way, so check that out. And yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace. This episode was brought to you by PrimeXBT, the exchange where you can trade without KYC on legacy markets with your Bitcoin. You can trade commodities like gold, silver, oil, even indexes and forex. Join now and get a 50% bonus on top of your deposit for trading at u.primexbt.com/Panama.